Vocabulary to talk about friendship and contacting old friends. 1. Bad at keeping in touch with, not good at maintaining contact with someone. 2. Get back in touch, contact someone again. 3. Have in common, share the same interests. 4. Be into something, enthusiastic about something. 5. Hit it off right from the word go, become friends from the very beginning. 6. Tell you straight to your face, express feelings and opinions directly to someone. 7. In keeping with, according to the typical stereotype. 8. Go our separate ways, take a different path in life. 9. Far and few between, less and less frequent. 10. Be largely down to me, mainly my fault or responsibility. 11. Come across by chance, find unintentionally. 12. It was she who tracked down his email, she investigated and found his email. 13. Start out where we left off, continuing again from the last time we met. 14. Our friendship was as strong as ever, we were still as good friends as before. 15. Catch up and fill in the gaps, share details about what's been happening in your life. Vocabulary to speak about family and friends. 1. A lifelong friend, a friend that you have had for most of your life. 2. A relationship of trust, a connection with another in which you have faith and confidence. 3. Arrange a dinner date, plan to share an evening meal. 4. A shoulder to cry on, someone to sympathize with you. 5. Close-knit family, a close family with common interests. 6. Dear to my heart, someone that I care about. 7. Distant cousins, people who share a common ancestor but are not closely related. 8. Extend the hand of friendship, reach out to someone in a friendly manner. 9. Extended family, uncles, aunts and cousins form part of the extended family. 10. Face to face, in person. 11. Get to know one another, learning different aspects of each other. 12. Get together, meet up. 13. Immediate family, spouse, parents, children, grandparents. 14. Long lost friend, a friend that you have lost contact with. 15. Long-term relationships, a committed relationship between partners. 16. Nurture our friendships, looking after our relationships with friends. 17. Professional relationships, the relationships that we have in the workplace. 18. Relationship problems, difficulties with people with whom we interact regularly. 19. Share a common background, the share a similar heritage or culture. 20. Share the same ideas, to have similar opinions and views. 21. Stand the test of time, to last a long time. 22. Struck up a friendship, to make friends. 23. To enjoy someone's company, to enjoy spending time with someone. 24. To have a good working relationship, to work together well. 25. To have a lot in common, to have shared interests. 26. To hit it off, to like each other straight away. 27. To keep in touch with, to keep in contact. 28. To lose touch with, to lose contact. Vocabulary to talk about toys. 1. Go back a bit, make you think of a time in the past. 2. Soft toys, toys which look like animals made of cloth and filled with soft material. 3. Stand out in the memory, something important from your past you will always remember. 4. Wrap something up, cover something like a gift in soft paper. 5. The look on my face, the expression on my face of happiness or any other emotion. 6. Give something away, show how you feel by your expression or behavior. 7. Lash out on something, spend a lot of money on something. 8. Spoil someone, to be too indulgent to a child. 9. Set up, organize, put something together. 10. A learning tool, an object, a game, a platform that can help you learn something. 11. Educational toys, toys designed for learning. 12. Stretch your imagination, make you think about things in a new way. 13. Spend quality time, a very enjoyable time with someone, especially parents with children. 14. Let someone win. Allow the other player to whine. 15. Hand something down.
pass on things from one generation of the family to the next.
Holiday. All-in package holiday. A holiday where you purchase the travel and accommodation together. Breathtaking view. An extremely beautiful view. Charter flight. A cheaper form of flying than a scheduled flight. Check-in desk. The place at the airport where you register for your flight and deposit your luggage. Departure lounge, where you wait for your flight to be called. Far-off destination. Somewhere a long way away. To get away from it all. To take a holiday to escape a busy or stressful lifestyle. Guided tour. An organized group shown around a place of interest by an expert. Holiday brochure. A glossy publication with details of holiday packages. Holiday destination. Where you go for a holiday. Holiday of a lifetime. A special holiday that you are unlikely to repeat. Holiday resort. A place where lots of people go for a holiday. Hordes of tourists. Crowds of tourists. Local crafts. Objects produced locally. Long weekend. An extended weekend holiday including Friday or Monday. Out of season. Outside of the main holiday period. Picturesque village. Very pretty village. Passport control. The place where your passport is checked. Places of interest. Sites of interest to tourists. Wildlife safari. A holiday, often in Africa, to observe wild animals. Self-catering. A holiday where you supply your own food. To go sightseeing. To look around the tourist sites. Stunning landscape. Extremely beautiful countryside. Travel agent. A shop that specializes in booking holidays. Tourist trap. Somewhere where too many tourists go. Youth hostel. A cheap form of accommodation. Relationships. To break up. To end a romantic relationship. To drift apart. To become less close to someone. To enjoy someone's company. To like spending time with someone. To fall for. To fall in love. To fall head over heels in love. To start to love someone a lot. To fall out with. To have a disagreement and stop being friends. To get on like a house on fire. To like someone's company very much indeed. To get on well with. To understand someone and enjoy similar interests. To get to know. To begin to know someone. To go back years. To have known someone for a long time. To have a lot in common. To share similar interests. To have ups and downs. To have good and bad times. A healthy relationship. A good, positive relationship. To hit it off. To quickly become good friends with. To be in a relationship. To be romantically involved with someone. To be just good friends. To not be romantically involved. To keep in touch with. To keep in contact with. To lose touch with. To not see or hear from someone any longer. Love at first sight. To fall in love immediately you meet someone. To pop the question. To ask someone to marry you. To see eye to eye. To agree on a subject. To settle down. To give up the single life and start a family. To strike up a relationship. To begin a friendship. To tie the knot. To get married. To be well matched. To be similar to. To work at a relationship. To try to maintain a positive relationship with someone. Technology. To access websites, email. To locate. To back up files. To make a copy of files in case of a computer problem. To boot up. To start a computer. To bookmark a web page. To mark a web page for future reference. To browse websites. To look at websites. A computer buff. An expert computer user. To crash. To suddenly stop working. To cut and paste. To move text or images from one place in a document to another place. A desktop PC. A computer that isn't portable and remains in situ on a desk. Digital editing. To edit digital materials like audio or video files. Download podcasts. To save a copy of a file from the internet to your own device. To enter a web address. To type the address of a website into the address bar of your browser. A gadget. A technological tool like a mobile phone or camera. To go online. To start using the internet. High-spec laptop, powerful computer with top-quality components. Internet security. Internet safety. Intranet. A network of connected computers within an organization that is not accessible by unauthorized visitors. To navigate a website. To find your way around a website. Operating system. The software that tells the computer how to work. Send an attachment. Send an email with an accompanying file. Social media. Media used to interact with other people such as Facebook or Twitter. To surf the web, to look at a series of websites one after the other. A techie, somebody who has an interest in technology. To upgrade, to obtain a more powerful or feature-rich computer or piece of software. Video conferencing, to see and hear people from different locations using the internet. Wireless hotspot, a public place where you can access the internet. Wireless network, a network where users can access the internet without the use of fixed cables. Word processing, producing written texts on a computer. Food, to be full up, to eat to the point that you can no longer eat anymore. To be starving hungry, an exaggerated way of saying you are very hungry. To bolt something down, to eat something very quickly. To be dying of hunger, an exaggerated way of saying you are hungry. To eat a balanced diet, to eat the correct types and amounts of food. To eat like a horse, to eat a lot. To follow a recipe, to cook a meal using instructions. To foot the bill, to pay the bill. A fussy eater, somebody who has their own very high standards about what to eat. To grab a bite to eat something quickly when you're in a rush. To have a sweet tooth, to enjoy sugary food. Home cooked food, food cooked at home from individual ingredients. The main meal, the most important meal of the day, usually eaten in the evening. To make your mouth water, to make you feel very hungry for something. To play with your food, to push food around the plate to avoid eating it. Processed food, commercially prepared food bought for convenience. A quick snack, to eat a small amount of food between meals. A ready meal, see, processed food. A slap-up meal, a large meal. To spoil your appetite, to eat something that will stop you feeling hungry when it's meal time. A takeaway, a cooked meal prepared in a restaurant and eaten at home. To tuck into, to eat something with pleasure. To wine and dine, to entertain someone by treating them to food and drink. To work up an appetite, to do physical work that leads to you becoming hungry. Sports. An athletics meeting, an event where various athletics sports are held. An athletics track, a running track. An away game, a football match played in the opposing team's stadium. A brisk walk, a fast walk. To do judo, not go or play. A football fan, someone who likes football. A fitness program, a schedule of activities to keep fit. A football match, a game of football. A football pitch, the surface on which you play football, as opposed to a stadium, which is the building. A football season, a period in the year when football is played. To get into shape, to become fit. To go jogging, to run around the streets. A home game, a football match played in the team's own stadium. To keep fit, to stay in good physical condition. To be out of condition, to not be physically fit. A personal best, to achieve the best personal result so far in a sport. A personal trainer, a sports coach that helps you on a one-to-one basis. To play tennis, football, not do or go. To run the marathon, to run a distance of 42.195 kilometers. A season ticket, a ticket that gives you entry to most of a team's home games during the sporting year. To set a record, to achieve the best result in a sport. A sports center, a public building where people can do various sports. Sports facilities, the equipment and services needed to do a sport. A squash, tennis, badminton court, the surface where you play these sports. Strenuous exercise, exercise that needs a lot of physical effort. A strong swimmer, a good swimmer. A swimming pool, the place where you swim. To take up exercise, to start doing exercise. To train hard, to train with a lot of effort. Education, to attend classes, to go to classes. Bachelor's degree, an undergraduate course which usually lasts 3 to 4 years. Boarding school, a school where pupils live during term time. Distance learning, a way of studying where tuition is carried out over the internet or by post. Face-to-face classes, as opposed to distance learning, the traditional way of studying in a classroom with colleagues and a teacher. To fall behind with your studies, to progress less quickly than others. To give feedback, to offer guidance on a student's work. A graduation ceremony, an event where a successful student receives his or her academic degree. Higher education, education, usually in a college or university, that is followed after high school or secondary school. An intensive course, a course that offers lots of training in order to reach a goal in as short a time as possible. To keep up with your studies, to not fall behind. To learn something by heart, to memorize it. A mature student, a student who is older than average and who has usually returned to education after a period at work. Master's degree, a period of study which often follows the completion of a bachelor's degree or is undertaken by someone regarded as capable of a higher level academic course. To meet a deadline, to finish a job or task in the time allowed or agreed. To play truant, to stay away from classes without permission. Private language school, an independent school run as a business concern. Public schools, exclusive independent schools in the UK. A single-sex school, a school where only boys or girls attend, as opposed to a mixed-sex school. To sit an exam, to take an exam. State school, a school paid for by public funds and available to the general public. Subject specialist, a teacher who has a great deal of knowledge about the subject they teach. To take a year out, to spend a year working or traveling before starting university. Tuition fees, the money paid for a course of study. To work your way through university, to have a paid job whilst studying to support yourself financially. Environment, air quality, the cleanliness of the air we breathe. To become extinct, to no longer exist. To be under threat, to be in danger of becoming extinct. Climate change, the change in worldwide weather patterns. To die out, to become extinct. Endangered species, categories of animals or plants that are in danger of becoming extinct. Energy conservation, the careful management of energy resources to ensure they last as long as possible. Environmentally friendly, behavior and products that do not harm the environment. Exhaust fumes, the toxic gases given off by vehicles powered by petrol. Flash floods, floods that happen quickly. Fossil fuels, energy resources like gas and oil that are produced deep below the ground over millions of years. Future generations, the people who live after us. To get back to nature, to live a life that is closer to nature. Global warming, the increasing temperature of the world brought about by gases such as carbon dioxide. Heavy industry, the manufacture of heavy articles and materials in large numbers. Humanitarian aid, the act of showing support to people struggling to survive. Impact on, the effect on. Loss of habitat, the decline in areas of land where animals and plants would normally exist. Man-made disaster, widespread damage or loss of life brought about by the action of humans. Natural disaster, an event such as an earthquake, flood or hurricane which causes widespread damage or loss of life. Natural environment, the place where animals and plants would normally be found in nature. The natural world, the world of nature. Oil spill, waste, usually deposited in the seas and oceans after an accident at sea. Poaching, to hunt and kill wild animals illegally. Pollution levels, the amount of toxic waste. Pressure group, a group of people who try to raise awareness of issues and try to affect the views and actions of people and organizations. Toxic waste, poisonous, unwanted rubbish often produced by industrial processes. Wildlife conservation, to protect animals and plants and their habitats. Advertising VOCABS. Advertising agency, a company that creates adverts for other companies. Advertising budget, the amount of money a company decides to spend on advertising. Brand awareness, how well people know a particular brand. Brand loyalty, the degree to which people continue to buy from the same brand or company. Buy and sell, often used to refer to the buying and selling of items between individuals. Call to action, something that encourages someone to take a particular action, such as making a purchase or clicking a link on a website. Celebrity endorsement, to have a well-known person promote a product. Classified ads, small advertisements often put in a newspaper or magazine by individuals. To cold call, to call someone with the aim of selling something without them asking you to do so. Commercial break, the short period during TV programs when advertisements are shown. Commercial channel, TV channels that make money from showing advertisements. To go viral, to quickly become extremely popular on the internet through social media. Junk mail, Unwanted promotional leaflets and letters. To launch a product, to introduce a new product. Mailing list. A list of names and contact details used by a company to send information and advertisements. Mass media. Large media outlets like TV, newspapers and magazines. Niche product. A product that is aimed at a distinct group of people. To place an advert. To put an advert somewhere. Press release. Something written by a company for newspapers and magazines and websites to share and publish. Prime time. The time during the viewing schedule when most people watch TV or listen to a broadcast. Product placement. To advertise a product by using it as a prop in a TV show or film. Sales page. A page specifically used to promote a product or service. To show adverts. To display adverts on TV. Social media. Websites that enable users to create and share content or to participate in social networking. Spam email. Unwanted, promotional email. Target audience. The people a company want to sell their product or service to. Word of mouth. Recommendations made by individuals to other individuals about a product or service. Shopping. Advertising campaign. A series of advertisements to persuade people to buy something. Big brand names. Large well-known companies or product names. To be careful with money, to not overspend. Carrier bag. Bags, usually plastic, supplied by shops. Customer service. The degree to which customers are treated well. To get into debt. To owe money. To give someone the hard sell. To put pressure on someone to buy something. High street names. Well-known shops. Independent stores. Small shops independent of large companies. Local shops. Community shops. Loyalty card. A card issued by a shop to allow customers to save money on the basis of what they spend. Must-have product. A product that is very popular that a lot of people want to have. To be on a tight budget. To have a limited amount of money to spend. To be on commission. To pay someone in relation to the amount they sell. A pay in cash. To pay for something using coins or paper money. To pay the full price. To pay the full amount for something. To pick up a bargain. To buy something much cheaper than the normal price. To run up a credit card bill. To owe money on a credit card. To shop around. To try different shops to find the best deal. Shop assistant. The person who serves customers. To shop until you drop. To do a lot of shopping. To slash prices. To reduce prices a great deal. To snap up a bargain. To buy something quickly that is being sold cheaply. Summer sales. A period in the year when things are sold cheaply. To try something on. To see if an item of clothing fits or is suitable. To be value for money. To be worth the cost. Window shopping. To visit a store to look at items without the intention of buying anything. Weather. To be below freezing. Below 0 degrees Celsius. Bitterly cold. Very cold and unpleasant. A blanket of snow. A complete covering of snow. Boiling hot. Very hot. Informal. Changeable. Weather that often changes. A change in the weather. When weather conditions change. Clear blue skies. A sky without clouds. To clear up. When clouds or rain disappear. To come out the sun when the sun appears out of a cloudy sky. A cold spell. A short period of cold weather. To dress up warm. To wear warm clothes to protect yourself against wintry conditions. A drop of rain. A little bit of rain. A flash flood. A sudden and severe flood. Freezing cold. Very cold. Informal. To get caught in the rain. To be outside when it rains unexpectedly. To get drenched. To get very wet. Heatstroke. A serious condition caused by being too long in hot weather. A heatwave. A period of very hot weather. Heavy rain. Intense rainfall. Long range forecast. The weather forecast for several days or weeks ahead. Mild climate. A climate without extreme weather conditions. Mild winter. A winter that isn't particularly cold. Not a cloud in the sky. See, clear blue skies above. To pour down. To rain heavily. To be rained off. To be cancelled or postponed due to poor weather. Sunny spells. Short periods of sunny weather. Thick fog. A dense fog that makes visibility very poor. Torrential rain. See, heavy rain above. Tropical storm. A storm typical of ones that you find in tropical climates. Weather forecast. A TV, radio program or section in a newspaper, magazine which predicts weather conditions. Music. Adoring fans, people who love a particular band or singer. Background music, music that is played while something else is happening. A catchy tune, a song that is easy to remember and makes you want to sing it. Classical music, music that is regarded as part of a long, formal tradition. To download tracks, to obtain music from the internet. To have a great voice, to sing well. To go on tour, to go on a planned series of performances around a region or country. A huge following, a large number of fans. Live music, music that is listened to while it is performed, not recorded. Live performance, see live music. A massive hit, a record that sells lots of copies. A music festival, music performances at a venue often over several days. Musical talent, skilled at music. To sing out of tune, to not be in harmony, to sing the wrong notes. A piece of music, an item of music. To play by ear, to play without reading the musical notes. A pop group, a small group of people who play or sing pop music together. To read music, to understand and follow written musical notes. A rock band, a group of musicians that play rock music. To sing along to join in singing. A sing-song, to sing informally, often with other people. A slow number, a song with a slow tempo. To take up a musical instrument, to begin learning a musical instrument. Taste in music, the music someone likes. To be tone deaf, to be unable to distinguish the different notes in music. Physical appearance. To bear a striking resemblance, to look very similar to. Cropped hair, very short hair. Disheveled hair, untidy hair. To dress up to the nines, to dress very smartly or glamorously. Fair hair, light-colored hair. To be fair-skinned, light-skinned. To get done up, to dress smartly. To be getting on a bit, to be getting old. To go gray, to have hair that is turning gray. To be good-looking, to be attractive. To grow old gracefully, to act in a way that embraces the fact you are getting older. To be hard of hearing, to find it difficult to hear. In his/her 30s, 40s, to be 20/30th something. Scruffy, dressed untidily. To look young for your age, to look younger than you are. To lose one's figure, to have a figure that has lost its toned shape. Complexion, natural skin color and texture. Makeup, cosmetics. Medium height, average height. Middle-aged, approximately between 45 to 65. To never have a hair out of place, perfectly styled hair. To be overweight, to weigh more than is regarded as healthy. Pointed face, the opposite of a round face. Shoulder-length hair, hair that comes down to the shoulders and no further. Slender figure, a fig that is tall and slim. Slim figure, attractively thin. Thick hair, a lot of hair. To wear glasses, to use spectacles. To be well built, to be muscular. To be well turned out, to look smart. Youthful appearance, to look young. Personal character, to be the life and soul of the party, a fun person, someone who is the center of activity. To bend over backwards, to try very hard to help someone. Broad-minded, prepared to accept other views or behaviors. Easygoing, relaxed and not easily worried about anything. Extrovert, an energetic person who likes the company of others. Fair-minded, to treat people equally. Fun-loving, to enjoy having fun. To hide one's light under a bushel, to hide one's talents and skills. Good company, enjoyable to socialize with. Good sense of humor, the ability to understand what is funny. Introvert, someone who is shy. Laid back, easy-going. To lose one's temper, to suddenly become angry. Narrow-minded, opposite of broad-minded, see above. Painfully shy, very shy. 2. Put others first, to think of others before yourself. Quick-tempered, to become angry quickly. Reserved, shy, self-assured, confident, self-centered, thinks only of oneself. Self-confident, believes in one's own ability or knowledge. Self-effacing, to not try to get the attention of others, especially in terms of hiding one's skills or abilities. To take after, to be like often another member of the family. Thick-skinned, not easily affected by criticism. Trustworthy, can be trusted. Two-faced, not honest or sincere. Will say one thing to someone to their face and another when they are not present. Health. Aches and pains, minor pains that continue over a period of time. To be a bit off color, to feel a little ill. To be at death's door, informal, to be very ill indeed. To be on the mend, to be recovering after an illness. To be over the worst, to have got through the most serious or uncomfortable stage of an illness. To be under the weather, informal, to not feel well. A blocked nose, when the nose has excess fluid due to a cold. To catch a cold, to get a cold. A checkup, a physical examination by a doctor. A chesty cough, a cough caused by congestion around the lungs. Cuts and bruises, minor injuries. To feel poorly, to feel ill. As fit as a fiddle, to be very healthy. To go down with a cold, to become ill. To go private, to choose to be treated by commercial healthcare rather than by services offered by the state. GP, general practitioner, family doctor. To have a filling, to have a tooth repaired. To have a tooth out, to have a tooth removed. A heavy cold, a bad cold. To make an appointment, to arrange a time to see the doctor. To make a speedy recovery, to recover quickly from an illness. To phone in sick, to call work to explain you won't be attending work due to illness. Prescription charges, money the patient pays for medicine authorized by a doctor. To pull a muscle, to strain a muscle. A runny nose, a nose that has liquid coming out of it. A sore throat, inflammation that causes pain when swallowing. Work. To be called for an interview, to be invited to attend an interview. To be your own boss, to have your own business. A dead-end job, a job with no promotional opportunities. To do a job share, to share the weekly hours of work with another person. A good team player, somebody who can work well with other people. Full-time, the number of hours that people usually work in a complete week. A heavy workload, to have a lot of work to do. A high-powered job, an important or powerful job. Holiday entitlement, the number of days holiday allowed. Job satisfaction, the feeling of enjoying a job. Manual work, work that requires physical activity. Maternity leave, time off work given to a woman about to have a baby. To meet a deadline, to finish a job by an agreed time. A 9-to-5 job, a normal job that consists of an 8-hour day approximately. One of the perks of the job, an extra benefit you get from a job. Part-time, working less than full-time. To run your own business, C. To be your own boss. To be self-employed, C. To be your own boss. Sick leave, time allowed off work when sick. To be stuck behind a desk, to be unhappy in an office job. To get stuck in a rut, to be in a boring job that is hard to leave. To take early retirement, to retire early, retire, to reach an age when you are allowed to stop working for a living. Temporary work, work done for a limited time only. Voluntary work, to work without pay. To be well paid, to earn a good salary. Working conditions, the hours, salary and other entitlements that comes with the job. To work with your hands, to do manual work. Accommodation, all the mod cons, technology at home that makes jobs easier such as a washing machine, dishwasher etc. Apartment block, a large building made up of smaller units of apartments. Back garden, a garden at the rear of the house. Detached house, a house that is not physically connected to another property. To do up a property, to repair an old building. Dream home, a home you regard as perfect. First time buyer, someone buying a property for the first time, especially when taking out a loaned mortgage. Fully furnished, a rented property with all furniture included. To get on the property ladder, to buy a property with the aim of buying another bigger or more expensive one later in life. Hall of residence, a college or university building where students live. Home comforts, things that make a home feel comfortable to live in. House hunting, looking for a property to live in. Housewarming party, a party to celebrate moving into a new home. Ideal home, a perfect home. To live on campus, to live on the university or college grounds. Mobile home, a home that can be moved by a vehicle or one that has its own engine. To move into, to begin to live in a property. To own your own home, to have bought the property you live in. To pay rent in advance, weekly or monthly rent paid at the beginning of the week or month. Permanent address, a fixed address. Property market, the buying and selling of land or buildings. To put down a deposit, to pay an amount of money as the first in a series of future payments. Rented accommodation, property owned by someone else and for which a person pays a fixed amount to live in. Single room, a room for one person. Spacious room, a large room. Student digs, student accommodation. The suburbs, a residential area on the edge of towns or cities. To take out a mortgage, to borrow a large amount of money, paid back over several years, in order to buy a house. Terraced house, a house connected on both sides by other properties. Book and film, an action movie, a film with fast-moving scenes, often containing violence. To be engrossed in, to be completely focused on one thing. Bedtime reading, something to read in bed before you go to sleep. To be a big reader, someone who reads a lot. To be based on, to use as a model. A box office hit, a financially successful film. To be heavy-going, difficult to read. A blockbuster, a film that is a big commercial success. To catch the latest movie, to see a film that has just come out. The central character, the main person in a film or book. A classic, of the highest quality. To come highly recommended, to be praised by another person. Couldn't put it down, wasn't able to stop reading a book. An e-book, a digital book. An e-reader, a device for reading e-books. To flick through, to look quickly through a book. To get a good, bad review, to receive positive or negative feedback. To go on general release, when a film can be seen by the general public. Hardback, a book with a rigid cover, see, paperback, below. A historical novel, a story set in the past. A low-budget film, a film made with a small amount of money. On the big screen, at the cinema. A page-turner, a book that you want to keep reading. Paperback, a book with a flexible cover, see, hardback, above. Plot, the main events in a film or book. To read something from cover to cover, to read a book from the first page to the last. Sci-fi, science fiction. To see a film at the cinema, see, watch a film, below. The setting, where the action takes place. Showings, performances of a film. Soundtrack, the music that accompanies a film. Special effects, the visuals or sounds that are added to a film which are difficult to produce naturally. To take out a book from the library, to borrow a book from the library. To tell the story of, to outline the details of someone's life or an event. To watch a film on TV, see, to see a film, above. Cloths and fashion, to be on trend, to be very fashionable. Casual clothes, not formal. Classic style, a simple, traditional style that is always fashionable. Designer label, a well-known company that makes often expensive clothing. Dress to kill, wearing clothes that attract admirers. To dress for the occasion, to wear clothes suitable for a particular event. Fashionable, in fashion. Fashion house, a company that sells usually expensive, new styles in clothes. Fashion icon, a person who is famous for their sense of fashion. Fashion show, an event where models show off the latest in fashion designs. To get dressed up, to put on nice clothes, often to go out somewhere special. To go out of fashion, to not be in fashion anymore. Hand-me-downs, clothes that are passed down from older brothers or sisters to their younger siblings. To have an eye for fashion, to be a good judge of. To have a sense of style, the ability to wear clothes that look stylish. The height of fashion, very fashionable. To keep up with the latest fashion, to wear the latest fashions. To look good in, to wear something that suits you. To mix and match, to wear different styles or items of clothing that aren't part of a set outfit. Must have, something that is highly fashionable and therefore in demand. Off the peg, clothing that is ready-made. Old-fashioned, not in fashion anymore. On the catwalk, the stage that models walk along to show off the latest fashions. A slave to fashion, someone who always feel the need to wear the latest fashions. Smart clothes, the kind of clothes worn for a formal event. To suit someone, to look good on someone. To take pride in one's appearance, to pay attention to how
1. Looks. Timeless. Something that doesn't go out of fashion. Vintage clothes. Clothes from an earlier period. Well dressed, to be dressed attractively.